Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and smash the like, because it is the first step in truly understanding her mind. And trust me, what I am about to share will completely change the way you see women and how you understand attraction, emotional investment, and attention dynamics in modern relationships. Right now, I want you to imagine this. She sends you a text, a smiley face, or maybe a photo that makes your heart skip, but deep down you feel that unease, that tiny whisper saying, "Why is she showing this to me?" And most men never question it. Most men assume it is special, but here is the truth. You are never told she is showing it to all the men she can, and you need to see it before it consumes your emotions and clouds your judgment. I know what it feels like. You have been there, staring at your phone, dissecting every word, every pause, replaying that image or message over and over in your mind. You are hoping, praying, telling yourself she must like me, she must care about me, but men, that hope is exactly what she is counting on, because women have a radar for attention, and what you feel as intimacy she feels as validation. That is why she sends these things to you, not to manipulate in a cruel way, but because she craves the attention, the ego boost, and the subtle power that comes from making men chase her emotions. And this pattern is reinforced by social media, messaging apps, and constant digital access, which amplify these behaviors. Now you might think, but I am different. She would not show me that if she did not care, and that is the lie most men tell themselves. The reality is, she is testing the waters, not just with you, but with anyone willing to respond, to react, and to invest emotionally. And here is the danger: if you respond the way most men do, chasing, analyzing, overthinking, you are giving her exactly what she wants, and you are playing her game without knowing the rules or the outcome. This is where most men crash. They let their ego and desire blur the line between genuine connection and a game of attention. You feel special, unique, important, but in reality she is sending the same signal to 10, 20, maybe 100 men in subtle ways, especially in an age where attention is currency and validation is instant. And here is the key: the moment you understand this, the moment you see her patterns, your whole perspective shifts. You stop reacting emotionally and start observing logically. You stop chasing and start evaluating. And by the end of this video, you will know the 5 hidden reasons she shows these things to all men, and more importantly, you will learn how to protect yourself from falling into emotional traps she does not even realize she is setting, and you will gain emotional discipline, self-respect, and awareness that most men never develop. This is not just advice. This is the truth most men never want to hear, but desperately need. And let us be honest, most men have no idea what they are walking into, because when she shares a story, a photo, or even a fleeting thought with you, it feels personal. It feels like she is letting you into a private world, like she is giving you a key that no one else has. But here is the truth: that key is not yours alone. It is part of a larger pattern, one that she is often not even aware of. And she is showing the same things, using the same emotional triggers to multiple men. Each reaction feeds her sense of control, her sense of importance, and men fall for this because our brains are wired for connection. We crave exclusivity, we crave validation, we crave the idea that we are special in someone's life, and when she gives the slightest hint, a small fragment of attention, it lights up your mind like a reward. Dopamine spikes. Your chest tightens suddenly. You are invested, and before you even realize it, you are playing a game where the rules are hidden and the prize is often an illusion reinforced by fantasy rather than reality. Here is what most men fail to see: she does not need you to chase her. She does not need you to analyze every word, every emoji, every pause. What she actually thrives on is the energy you pour into her signals. She measures her worth not by what she gives you, but by how much you respond. And this is why understanding her pattern is crucial. Because once you see it, the power shifts. You stop being the puppet and start being the observer. You stop wondering if she likes you and start asking why she needs your reaction at all. And yes, it is uncomfortable. That unease you feel, the pit in your stomach, the frustration, is the exact thing she creates without even realizing it. It is subtle, psychological, almost imperceptible. But men who understand this pattern stop investing blindly. They stop letting hope dictate their actions, and they start making decisions based on clarity, strategy, and self-control, rather than emotional impulses. By recognizing that she shares the same things with multiple men, you are not becoming cynical, you are becoming aware. You are reclaiming your time, your energy, and your self-respect. And that is why this knowledge is dangerous for the game she has been unconsciously running, because it takes you out of the trap she has built and puts you in control of your own emotional responses. And once you truly grasp this, the way you interact with women, the way you view attention, and the way you protect your emotional boundaries will never be the same. Now let us get deeper, because this is where most men lose their footing without even realizing it. You see, every time she shows you something, whether it is a picture, a story, or a joke, it is not random. It is a signal, a test, and a reflection of her psychology. She is not consciously malicious, but her actions have consequences. And if you do not understand the reasons behind them, you will keep falling into the same emotional traps over and over, wasting your energy, your focus, and your self-respect. The first reason she does this is attention. Men underestimate the psychological pull of attention for women. Every like, every comment, every private message triggers validation for her. You might feel like she is sharing because she likes you, but in reality, she is feeding her sense of being seen, desired, or admired. And the scary part is, she is showing this to multiple men simultaneously. And while she may enjoy your attention, it is one of many streams feeding the same ego. The second reason is emotional testing. Humans are wired to respond to subtle cues, and women often unconsciously test how men react to certain content. She observes your responses. Do you get jealous, protective, flustered, or eager to please? Each reaction tells her something about your personality, your emotional triggers, and even your insecurities, and you feel it deeply even when she does not consciously label it as a test. The third reason is creating options. Showing herself to multiple men is not about hurting anyone, it is about keeping doors open. She wants to know where her attention lands, who responds most, who values her most, and who invests emotionally, and your heart races, because you are part of her option pool and understanding. This gives you awareness instead of illusion. The fourth reason is leveraging curiosity. Humans hate uncertainty, and every image, message, or post she shares creates questions in your mind. Does she like me? Who else sees this? Am I special? And that uncertainty keeps your attention locked on her, even when she is sending the same signals to others. The fifth reason is non-verbal communication beyond words and pictures. There are signals that tap directly into your psychology, such as timing, tone, posture, and expression, and men often miss this by reacting emotionally rather than observing logically. Understanding these hidden cues allows you to see the truth. She is not giving herself to you, she is giving a piece of her influence intentionally. Or not to gauge, test, and observe. And once you recognize these patterns, you begin to step back. You stop overanalyzing, stop overinvesting, and begin to protect your emotions, and you see the game clearly and become the strategist rather than the player. Here is where most men crash. They confuse attention for affection, and affection requires consistency, vulnerability, and prioritization. While attention can be fleeting, superficial, and easily distributed, and understanding this distinction is crucial if you want to navigate her psychology without losing yourself. She knows consciously or unconsciously the power she holds. When men confuse attention for something deeper, and every reaction reinforces that power, and the moment you start chasing her, you are trapped. And while she may not intend manipulation, the outcome is emotional dependency, distraction, and loss of self-control. Another reason she shares these things is projection. She presents an image she wants men to respond to, and that image rarely reflects full reality. Often it is about affirmation rather than connection. Another reason is emotional leverage. Small signals can deeply affect your mental state and draw you in even when nothing exclusive exists. Another reason is comparison. She measures reactions and investment. And another is boundary testing to see how far you will go. Validation drives behavior because it triggers emotional rewards, and she multiplies these signals across multiple men, and your emotional energy fuels this cycle until you step back and observe. The final layer is power dynamics. By sharing, she holds influence, and recognizing this before it controls your behavior is emotional mastery. And when you understand these reasons, you stop confusing attention with intimacy and act from clarity, confidence, and control. The final step is observation, boundaries, detachment, and self-mastery. You stop reacting, you define your engagement, you maintain emotional neutrality and channel your energy into growth, purpose, and strength. Understanding her psychology does not make you cynical, it makes you powerful. You stop being the reaction and become the observer, and once you